Look at you, hacker. A pathetic creature of meat and bone, panting and sweating as you run through my corridors. How can you challenge a perfect, immortal machine? In 2072, a rogue artificial intelligence known as SHODAN lost her mind. In her limitless imagination, SHODAN saw herself as a goddess, destined to inherit the earth. That image was snuffed out by the hacker who created her.
February 3rd is the day the magic happens. The Von Braun, the first starship in history capable of traveling at faster than light speed, will undertake her maiden voyage. This incredible journey is the result of teamwork between the UNN Protectorate and the incredible scientific minds at the newly relicensed Tri-Optimum Corporation. Imagine being able to travel to distant star systems in a period of weeks. It's all part of Tri-Op's commitment to the future. The Von Braun is packed with over 1.8 billion flight, scientific, and security systems, nearly all developed by Tri-Optimum and its wholly owned subsidiaries. Providing security for the Von Braun as she plows through the heavens will be the UNN Rickenbacker. At her helm will be no less than Captain William Bedford Diego himself, hero of the Battle of Boston Harbor during the Eastern States Police action. This incredible union of government and corporation is made possible by an intricate series of docking mechanisms that will allow the Rickenbacker to piggyback its way into jump space. Sleek, fast, revolutionary. Who knows what wonders await our crews in the bosom of the cosmos? All we do know is that it's a great day for mankind.
Of the UNN Von Braun, we've been hijacked by an unknown force. Ship security has been compromised. Do not allow the ship... Repeat, do not allow the ship to leave under any circumstances. I don't know what we're up against here.
That was a trip. All right. Welcome to System Shock 2. A game I've been meaning to play for a decade, which is not even an exaggeration. Games are long and there's so many of them. Seriously, it really shows how hard it is to catch up with all the games you just want to go back and play one day when you hit a point like this where you're like, wow, it's been a decade, huh? Wow, okay. Because, yeah, this is the game that more or less inspired Bioshock 2. I almost said Bioshock 2, because it's System Shock 2. Bioshock. Same company, I believe. Technically, it's Looking Glass Studios. I think Irrational was the same people, or some of the same people or something, that eventually made BioWare. Bioshock. Wow, every wrong word's coming out today. So, this is a 1999 Western-style PC-exclusive RPG, which is a terrifying series of words to put together, because that's when you're in the deep end of mechanical depth, where something might go horribly wrong, which is for the uninitiated. I mean, they made a spiritual successor to Wasteland recently, and even that game had a point where, like, hey, look, one stat's way more important than all the other stats in this game. It gives you a billion skill points, and the other ones don't. Guess which one's useful? This is the era where I think actually like System Shock 2 and like Deus Ex, I think, are the two examples I always hear of games where putting points into certain stats or not into certain stats can lead to the game being literally unwinnable, or certain stats might be completely pointless. I don't remember what the example is in Deus Ex for. I think Deus Ex specifically has a stat point somewhere that's completely and utterly not worth anything, period, at all. But I think in System Shock, there's stats that you need to even beat the game at some point. I think you need hacking or something, and if you don't have hacking, you just lose, because you'll hit a point where you can't proceed or something like that. But yeah, this ought to be interesting. Speaking of time passing, Bioshock came out in 2007, which is when I first heard of System Shock 2 as a result. At the time, System Shock 2 was 8 years old. 1999 to 2007. So I heard about this game when it was 8 years old. Now it's 18 years old. God damn it. Damn you, inexorable passing of time. So, for those who are not initiated, this is a Patreon-sponsored series. What that means, you saw the little vote thing happening at the beginning. That means my Patreon supporters selected this. People who do $15 a month or more can nominate a game, and then every single person on Patreon, all the way down to $1, votes on the games that the other people nominated. So somebody nominated this, and then collectively everyone voted for this, and that's how we got to playing System Shock 2. I'm excited. It's funny how often you guys vote for games that I've meant to play for a very long time. And I'm like, oh, I guess the time has finally come. Because it's so easy to put it off otherwise. Whew, let's do it. I'm gonna go with normal, because I've never played it before. Are there subtitles? Ow! Alright, we're gonna have to turn this game down a bit. Because holy crap, its default volume is not a happy volume. Oh, that's master volume. That's positional sound bias. There we go. Now I'm not bleeding out of my head. Okay, good.
Look at you, hacker.
Oh, it's playing the same cutscene again. Crap. There we go. So this is System Shock 2 Remastered. Or Enhanced Edition, or something. Somebody got the rights to System Shock at some point, and put it back out again. One way or another. Whoa. You're kidding, right? Oh my goodness, okay. Let's explain the controls that are default mapped. So W is forward, you're used to that, right? A and D are rotate. Even though the game has mouse controls in it, A and D are rotate, because I think the game's so old that it was actually a period of time where no one knew how to make first-person games control properly yet. They're still arguing and differing. So Q and E are lean, that makes perfect sense to me, sure. I want A and D to be strafe, though, not rotate. And bafflingly, S is crouch. That's why I was so... And then X...
Welcome to the Ramsey Center UNN recruitment facility. Please watch your step when leaving the train. The grav shafts at the end of the hall will take you to the street-level training and recruitment center. Please proceed to the grav shafts.
So what's going on is Z and C are strafe, and X is backwards. So if you look at your keyboard right now... Picture WASD, except the ASD are all one row lower. It's WZXC are the default controls, which actually kind of hurts, I'll be honest. Okay. I'll keep the leaning, but these make no sense. We're gonna take a moment to remap controls, hopefully. Hopefully. Yes. Okay, jump. WASD moving. WE leaning, cool. C leans forward for some reason. I mapped that to there because I don't know if that'll be useful, but it exists. There's a lean sideways and a lean forward command, presumably to help you look down. Control is crouch. There's a, I guess L. Yeah, I mapped it to L. There's a center your view thing, which makes perfect sense, I guess, if you don't have a mouse. Wow, I'm trying to imagine playing this kind of game from a King's Quest perspective. King's Field perspective would probably be how that has to go. Okay, this is mouse sensitivity. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Where's my... There we go. Doo-doo. Turn you down a bit. Okay, there we go. I was, like, doing a 180 from slight movements. That's fine. Just got a little jank to get past. It's game's very, very old. It's almost 20 years old. Oh my god. Okay, we got this. Hello, phone. Can I interact with you? Funnily enough, none of the buttons I just learned how to do were interact. I just mapped all the buttons in the game. None of them were interact or reload, apparently. They were just walking commands. Oh, man. Okay, so... You have to map a run button, but you have to stop moving. If I hit run now, I stop moving. So I have to hit shift when I'm standing still to start running. Alright. I have to stop moving and then start running. If I want to move from walking to running. Interesting. And I'm guessing... No, you can strafe sideways while you're running, surprisingly. Okay. Hey, dude, you want to talk to me? Friend? Alright. You look like a nightmare. Hi there. No interactions here, just weird stuff going on. Alright. I'll go on the creepy elevator. To street level, UNN training and recruitment.
Step into the grav shafts to proceed to the street level recruitment.
Dun-dun-dun, 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 sorry. Try optimum. What's over here? Is it nothing? It's nothing. Alright, I'm just gonna go forward for a while. I think searching these levels might not be fruitful at the beginning. Happy Noodle! Sandman Audio. I wonder if that's the people that work on the game itself in any way, because oftentimes it might be... Okay, I'm supposed to go that way, but there's a lady over here. I'm just slightly curious, even though I'm contradicting myself immediately. There's two ladies. Can you go inside? Oh. Oh, weird. Right-click is jump right now. Yeah, every action's mapped to like 3 different buttons right now. No, I don't think any buttons are reused, but unless you unmap them, certain things are mapped to several certain actions are mapped to several buttons, which might get slightly odd. I guess that means this game isn't designed for a right-click, which makes sense, because there might... Did they have right-click in 1999? I'm trying to remember having a computer as a 9-year-old. I don't really remember right-clicking.
Before you choose your career, you'll want to learn some basic abilities. First, you should go into the basic training center. When you're done with basic training, proceed to the advanced training area.
Sorry for any non-English speakers, I don't think there's any subtitles. Although I'm always confused by your very existence on this channel at the same time. No, I remember playing Age of Empires. I remember right-clicking in that. That was pretty necessary. Hello?
To pick up some basic skills you'll need to get by in the service, enter this CyberLink booth. Welcome, trainee. While you're in our virtual training courses, we provide you with a simulated cyber interface. This training interface is identical to an actual military-grade cyber interface. Now, let's try it out. Move the mouse. See how it changes where you look? That means you're in shoot mode. Hit the tab key. This puts you in use mode, where you can use your mouse to interact with items in the world. Open your primary MFD, or multifunction display, by clicking on the MFD button near the bottom of the screen. This display shows your strengths in various areas. When you're ready to continue, press the tab key to go back to shoot mode.
Oh my
Try
goodness.
changing between modes until you get the hang of it. Follow the red path along the ground to the next training station.
Emails, deck 1, emails, logs, notes, help. Okay. Strength, endurance, psionics, agility, cyber. So I'm heavy on psionics apparently at the moment. Hack, repair, modify, maintain, research, standard, energy, heavy, exotic. Those are combat skills. Psionic skills. Okay. There's a map. I don't have one, but there is a map. Can I turn on the mini-map? Is that what I just did? Question mark? Can I just click on something with this? Oh, not that way. Okay. Can I use a ladder?
To climb a ladder, simply walk into it and look upward. You'll automatically start climbing the ladder.
Can I get up there? There we go. You have to jump.
Now it's time to learn about jumping and mantling. To jump, simply press the space bar. Some surfaces can be mantled onto by holding down the space bar. Mantling lets you pull yourself up to ledges and other high places in front of you. Give it a try.
That's important, so we can actually climb things. Right-click to replay training speech. Oh no! It's not mapped to right-click though, so I can't. What is it mapped to? I don't know how to act. No! I've had a remapping mishap. No! How do I didn't see that in there. Walk. Look. They're all looking actions. Change weapon. Wait, it didn't go down here. It only... Oh. Oh. Okay. Use item is Let's say F. Bind F. Done. So the quick map only does movement. It doesn't do all the other buttons. Now does it work?
One of the most important tools you have as a soldier is your PDA. This device stores audio logs, emails, and other useful information. Click on the disk icon near the bottom of your screen to bring up the PDA display. Currently, the contents of your PDA are empty. Now pick up the audio log in front of you.
And now I have a PDA.
This message is coming from the audio log you just picked up. You can use your PDA at any time to play any audio log or email you've received. In the field, the PDA is also used for keeping track of your current mission objectives and obtaining help information.
Okay, so that's where the Bioshock comes in, because they certainly went heavy into audio logs in the future. Is there a quick... I'll figure out an option for quick toggling. Oh wait, no, it's tab. There we go. Sorry.
One of the most important tools you have as a soldier is your PDA. This device stores audio logs, emails, and other useful information. Click on the disk icon near the bottom of your screen to bring up the PDA display. Currently, the contents of your PDA are empty. Now pick up the audio log in front of you. See the crate in front of you? To search it, center it on your screen and right-click. If you are in use mode, simply move the pointer to the crate and right-click. To take an item from that container, simply left-click on it. This will automatically place that item in your inventory. To close the container window and return to shoot mode, press the tab key.
We have a small quantity of fernium, apparently, which you can use for research, which I'm sure we'll learn about. Weird how I walked over here and I played that one, though.
In front of you?
Oh god, here it goes again.
Center it on your screen
going over here.
Click. If you are... The object before you is a med hypo. Pick it up and then press tab to go into use mode. Right-clicking on the med hypo will use it and restore some needed hit points. Your hit points are displayed by a bar in the lower left corner of your screen. Many objects in your inventory can be used by right-clicking on them.
Alright, I have now healed. There's another one here. I can heal over and over again. Exploit.
Before you is
I beat the tutorial with an exploit. Can I mantle up here?
Right-clicking on the med hypo will use it and restore some needed hit points. Your hit points are displayed by a bar in the lower left corner of your screen.
I don't think I'm supposed to do this. Oh, here we go.
Many objects in your inventory can be used by
let's stop
right-clicking
him.
on them.
They went from not talking to talking too much.
To use items like buttons in computers, center them in your view and click the right mouse button.
Oh.
All usable items will have brackets around them. Highlight the button on the pillar and right-click. To pick up items, center them on your screen and right-click. This will automatically place that item into your inventory.
Joke's on you, I'm
To
after
view
the
your
F.
inventory, press the tab key. You can move items around your inventory by left-clicking and dragging them around. To drop an item, drag it from your inventory into the 3D view. To pick up items, center them on your screen.
Oh my god, it's
and
repeating again.
right-click. This will automatically place that item
Alright,
into
let's
your
leave.
inventory.
Let's
To
leave.
view your You've done well. Remember, if you're unclear on any aspect of what you've just learned, you can repeat the training as often as you wish.
You just gotta start a new game and you'll be right here.
If you've completed basic training, you're ready for the advanced lessons provided here. Advanced training will familiarize you with the 3 key areas of military service: weapons training, technical
Let's
training.
just start with the obvious one.
Alright, wannabe.
Get up.
If you want to learn the weapon skills it takes
Jump.
to
There we
even
go.
think about joining the Marines, come on in. We're looking for a few.
That voice is
Good to have you
adorable.
on board. You'll notice when you're... Now we'll teach you how to handle a firearm. Pick up the pistol and the clip from the table. You can equip the weapon in one of 2 ways. Bring up your inventory and drag the pistol to your weapons equip slot near the right-hand side of your inventory. If that's too slow for you, you can use the hotkeys on the keyboard. Press 2. If the pistol was in your inventory, it will equip for you automatically. To lock and load the ammo clip, hit the R key or hit the reload button on the lower right corner of your screen. Once you've loaded the firearm, take a shot at the dummy robot by pressing your left
Can you imagine
mouse
being the
button
guy
while
that
you
has to
shoot.
reload their gun in a shooter
Notice
by
how
clicking
the
on an
sound bar gets
icon on the
shorter as you
screen?
chip away at
Oh
it.
god. Okay. You'll have to skip some of the tutorials a little bit, and that I can't wait for them all to finish talking, because they will never stop talking in some cases.
Weapons are not fine wines. They do not get better with age. The colored dot on the lower right corner of the screen tells you what kind of shape your firearm is in. Green is good, red is bad. To fight the effects of wear and tear, a soldier with maintenance skill can use a maintenance tool to improve the condition of his weapon. Just pick up the tool.
Alright, so in the bottom right corner, it just went from a green dot, yellow dot to a green dot. Oh god, it's starting over again. I'm leaving now. Bye.
The corner of the screen tells you what kind of shape your firearm is in.
Hey there.
Green is good, red is bad. Some items need to be charged with energy before they can be used. Pick up the laser pistol. Now use the recharging station nearby. The recharge station will juice up all of your energy-based items. Weapons, batteries, you name it.
Oh, it gets everything in your entire inventory, you don't have to equip it. Okay. Might as well try shooting it. Pew pew! Alright. Also, look at where the gun's pointing versus where the reticle is. That is definitely not the right angle. I'm curious to see if... I'm curious whether that's a problem with the new version, or if it was always that way in the first game. That one looks more accurate. That looks like I'm pointing at the reticle. It's just this gun that I'm pointing weirdly towards the center of the screen, and it would appear. Yeah, that doesn't line up. Huh. Here we go.
Some items need to be charged with energy before they can be used. Pick up the laser pistol. Now use the recharging station nearby. The recharge station will juice up all of your energy-based items. Weapons, batteries...
That is a hell of a recoil, by the way. My aim goes all over the screen. I thought he was the trainer guy telling me how to play, but I'm actually supposed to shoot him, I think. Whoops. Well, let's complete the tutorial then on doing that, just because I can. He exploded with like a two-dimensional Doom style, like explosion sprite. That's great. That's great. I love it.
Good work. Now you're ready for the Marines. Take a look at the other training areas first before you enlist. They might just come in handy.
Now this is the important part of the tutorial, I think, is the actual mechanics that are specific to this game, although the recharge station is important to know too.
Some technical skills you'll need in the Navy. Welcome. You'll notice when you're in the Cyberlink booth, we'll provide you with a temporary... The object in front of you is a container of nanites. Nanites are consumed whenever you perform technical tasks, such as hacking or repairing. When you pick up the container of nanites, they do not go in your general inventory, but are instead displayed in use mode on the bottom left of your screen.
They're right down here.
Go to the keypad by the door and try out hacking.
Alright, now hacking.
By right-clicking on it. To the right of the number pad, you'll see an orange tab labeled Hack. Left-click on the tab. Text will appear indicating the difficulty of the hack and any bonuses that apply. Click on the Start button to begin hacking.
50% difficulty.
Nodes. Clicking on a node will either turn it bright or dark. To successfully hack, you must connect 3 bright nodes in a straight line. Beware the ice nodes with the red outlines. If one of these turns dark, you fail the hack, and you might break the item you're working on or worse. You can restart your hack attempt at any time by hitting the reset button, though you'll have to pay the nanite cost again.
So it starts at 50% difficulty, then my hacking skill of 3 reduces by 30%, CYB stat 1, cyberstat reduces by 5%, so difficulty is 15%, one ice node. Click start to proceed. There it is. So collect 3 bright nodes? Like... Oh. It went dark. Oh. Okay. And so I was spending... so every time I clicked I was spending more nanites? Okay. So did you just open now? Oh, did I not go in fast enough? Or was I supposed to go in, or not? Oh, that actually breaks the keypad if you click on the dark one. This is going to be an adventure. By the way, yeah, this whole first episode is probably going to be slow tutorial stuff, but we need to learn the game. Otherwise, we're going to be really screwed later. So this is my time to screw up with no consequences all the time, and figure out the weird finicky nature of older games and stuff. Okay, so I'm just not supposed to go in there, huh? That was just a demo? Because it closed on its own. And I can't seem to proceed.
You can use nanites to buy items from replicators. To use a replicator, right-click on it. Then left-click on the item you wish to purchase. The item you purchased will drop into the slot below. Make sure you pick up your purchases before you leave.
Oh, nanites are used for hacking and for currency here. I can buy bullets.
Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
That stock noise. Yes.
Thank you for choosing Value Wrap.
Freaking GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and other Rareware games got me so used to hearing so many stock sounds for early 3D games, now that just burned in my head. So I get the fond memories of those games every time I hear those sounds again.
You learn the basics of the technical skills. There are several other technical skills you'll learn throughout the course of your career, such as
Inside, you will learn how to reach out with your mind. Do not let fear block your path.
You really have to jump up these? That stairs?
We've provided you with a virtual interface and the temporary ability to project simulated psionic powers. Once you leave this area, these powers will be lost to you.
That's why I magically have... Where was that thing earlier? You? Yeah. That's why I have level 5 psionics and... Ah, crap. That's why I have level 5 psionics and I have, like... Where was the... Yeah, I have, like, points into hack and repair and maintain and so on, so this whole tutorial can work.
The red bar at the lower left of your screen tells you how many psi points you have. Psi points symbolize the current ability to use your psi powers. Psi hypos replenish your psi points. Try using a psi hypo and watch your psi points increase. When you've reached your maximum in psi points, move to the next station.
Mine.
This psi-amp amplifies your psi powers and lets you project them into the real world. To equip it, pick it up, and then hit the tilde key. Firing the psi-amp activates your currently selected psi discipline. You currently have access to 2 disciplines, cryokinesis and kinetic redirection. Go into use mode and click on the arrows on the bottom right of the screen. This will cycle through your available psi disciplines. Later, clicking on the arrows above the number to the left will allow you to select psi disciplines from higher tiers. Use cryokinesis to destroy the robot and kinetic redirection to pull that nanite container towards you. Be careful. Holding down the mouse button can augment the power, but holding it down for too long will cause burnout, which will damage you. If you run out of psi points, use another psi hypo.
Yeah, about that. Tilde key? I don't think so. Where's... Let's find psi. Use psi amp. Where are you? Oh my god, there's so many. Okay, you. We're binding you to T, like a sane person would. There we go. There we go. So, how do I switch back to my gun from here, though? How do you unbind your weapon? Listen. Listen. There are steps to learn here. How do I... This'll work, right? No. That... No. I don't know how to bring my gun back out. Or maybe I don't have one right now, technically. Anyway, I mapped it to something else. Huh. Tried to pull him. Oh, I thought I let go in time. I think I just scrapped myself. Okay. Do I have to stand right here? Huh. It's mapped to side pull right now. Let's freeze him. Yeah, that's easier. That's way easier. Alright. Shooting him with side projectiles? Easy. Hitting him with a pull move? Not sure. Maybe it doesn't work on enemies. Maybe it only works on objects like that one, perhaps. And stuff. Come to me. Really? That's all you got? Oh, that was way more effective for some reason. Come back. I love you. Neat. That's kind of neat. The way it just flies along like that. Not really sure how Sci-Pole works necessarily. Charging it up made it not work. Barely tapping it made it work, but then flew off on its own. There's gonna be some quirks to figure out.
Mastery of the mind is a slow but rewarding process. Return to this area if you need more guidance. Before you enlist in the OSA, it would be useful to experiment in the other training courses.
Alright. I have come to terms with the fact that I am probably going to suck at the beginning of this playthrough, but I'll figure this shit out, damn it. I will figure it out.
Here's where you make your choice, soldier. Here's where you enlist in one of the 3 branches of the military. Once you decide on your branch of service, there's no going back. The shuttle will take you to a UNN orbital space station, where you'll receive a briefing regarding your yearly postings. Good luck.
So they gonna tell me anything about them? So it must be the branches of this room, right? Oh, they're even left to right. So, obviously Marines is weapon training. And when I went in the technical place, they said, this is the skill you need for the Navy. So she probably said something about the OSA or something. So I'm guessing special powers, hacking powers, and gun powers, basically, is a specialization. Well, I like having access to things, and I may not be great at shooting when it comes down to it, we'll see. But I like looking around and searching for stuff constantly, so oftentimes being a hacker probably fits that overall build. I might want to avoid being overly confused by some of the biotic-looking powers, so maybe don't go too far into that. So let's try Navy. Also, I know hacking's required to beat the game, so probably doesn't hurt to just start with some of it. They just kind of dump you in here. Hi. You look like a very sad man. Are you a sad man? Oh, his poor face. That was just the de facto expression, though, is that you have these really super polygonal faces, usually with a weird split in the middle to try to make them not look like a flat square head. And then their expressions would always look kind of sad as a result, because they were all, like, slanted over this weird shape. Where am I? Do not block. Flammable things. Year 1. What is my life? What have we become?
Welcome aboard the space station Chesapeake Bay, sailor. It looks like you've picked up some standard weapon skills at Basic on Coronado Island. Now it's time for your tour of duty. Your tour will consist of 4 postings over 4 years. In this man's Navy, you're given a choice of 3 different postings a year. It's up to you to decide what kind of career you want to have, so choose wisely. Just approach a shuttle bay to receive a briefing on a posting. If you think that posting is right for you, head into that bay to accept the assignment.
You choose assignments? Is that why they said year 1? Does this game take place over periods of time? Actually, I know nothing about the structure of this game. Mission selection? Okay. What's back here? Nope. It's a big ol' nope. Nice little atmosphere. They try to make the place look like it's lived in and has people in it and is doing stuff. Various locations you can't see. Very little Half-Life-y too. Didn't this game come out the same year as Half-Life? 1999? Or was that 97? You can kind of tell where PC games were going at the time. UNN starts with U. That's adorable. Alright. Oh. Well, isn't this going to be interesting? The UNN Lucille Ships Ops. UNN Lucille Engineer's Mate, UNN Lucille Military Police. So we're going to be on the UNN Lucille, apparently, no matter what. But I get to pick what kind of job I want to take on the UNN Lucille. Can I climb up this? Mantle powers activate! I think I have to always look up or something. There we go. It's slightly finicky because they try to do a full animation in first person where you jump on it and you grab onto it and then you like knee your way onto it. Like you knee first, you get onto the platform, then you stand up or something. It's like a multi-stage animation of you climbing over the ledge, which is a neat touch, but at the same time, it leads to a weird glitchy moment of like, I can't tell if it's working. Oh, it's working. No, it's not working. Alright, so Ship Op Engineer Mate, Military Police. Interested Ship Ops. I'm interested in engineering, I think.
The UNN Lucille is looking for an engineer's mate to help maintain the ship's core energy systems. There's some heavy lifting involved, sailor, but you'll learn your way around the high-tech equipment.
So you get repair and you get strength. So you get stat points just for coming into one of these.
The UNN Lucille is looking for volunteers for their military police detachment. Those sailors can get pretty rowdy on these year-long cruises, so you better not be afraid of a tussle.
Modify and strength. So you get the ability to augment things and strength. That one gives you different skills.
The UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data control systems. You'll get your feet wet with the high-tech systems, but also expect some heavy lifting.
So you get strength no matter what. So it comes down to hack, modify, or what was this again? Repair. I think I want hack.
The UNN Lucille is looking for an ops training officer to learn the ship's navigation and data control systems. You'll get your feet wet with the high-tech systems, but also expect some heavy lifting.
I'm trying to hit tab, but I can't go into use mode anymore to bring up my interface. I was going to look up the stats to get a better explanation of what some of them do. Like strength, but even though we're not making a decision because it's always strength no matter what. Let's do hacking. It's so quaint. UNN Navy, February 13th, 2112. Wait, like the Rush album? Like the Rush album. Okay, your tour of duty aboard the UNN Lucille has concluded. You've spent a productive year. Captain Meyer was pleased with your work, especially with the initiative you showed in physical training. A friendly ensign showed you some back doors in the ship's primary data loop, and you spent your time off pumping good old-fashioned iron. You gain 1 hack and 1 strength. Okay, wow. I thought it was going to be a mission, like maybe a whole chunk of the game was going to be spent there, but it's like a text adventure decision. Ah. Okay, so so this is the prologue where I build my backstory of my stats. UNN Pierce. Okay, different ships this time. Laverne Tactical, UNN Pierce, and UNN Carfax. Carfax? I'm the Carfax Carfox. We can do Navigator's Mate, Ordnance Master Training School.
The UNN Carfax is undertaking a mission to examine a newly discovered Class B comet approaching the outer solar system. You'll likely pick up some useful skills working with the high-tech navigation systems aboard this newly commissioned heavy cruiser.
2 cyber affinities, not bad.
The UNN Pierce is ferrying liberated political prisoners back home from their detention near Saturn. The Pierce has been assigned a detachment of Marines and needs sailors to load, administer, and maintain the arms on board the ship.
1 maintenance.
Laverne, Florida hosts the Navy's premier tactical training school. While maybe not as respected as the Marines facility at Fort Bush, there's a lot to be learned here.
I'm a little torn between cyber affinity and weapons. Cyber affinity is obviously could be really useful, but like just having basic weapon stats, it would also be super useful because I'm gonna have to use basic weapons one way or another. So starting off with a +2 probably wouldn't hurt, and maybe I could try to level up my cyber affinity over time, but start off with high base weapons so I can use everything, or I could start off with high cyber affinity and level up my weapons over time. But it seems like this. Oh, whoa. Slight bump of the mouse, my bad. It seems like weapons the more logical thing, because you don't know how much cyber affinity might come up at the beginning of the game, but weapons presumably would come up like all the time, right? I don't know. Making decisions. Go! February 11th, 2113. Your tour of duty at the Laverne Tactical Training School has concluded. A year of firing ranges, mock boarding parties, and war games has done you good. You spent plenty of time with military-grade pistols, assault rifles, and even auto shotguns. You gained 2 standard weapons. Year 3. Yeah, this is exactly like the beginning of like Tyranny and various other games. The Yamato... Oh, it's Yamamoto. There's an extra syllable. No, it's broken. The Marie Curie, EO Survival, and Yamamoto. Research Facility, Training School, 0G. Alright, EO sounds like it'd probably be some kind of special, like, psi powers thing. 0G training, hard to say. Platforming? Quickness? Some kind of agility type stat? Research Facility must be... Well, we got a research item earlier, though, to add to my research earlier, so that must be it, right? Let's go. I might do that one, so let's start over here.
The Navy strongly encourages every sailor to undertake some amount of 0G training. A year at the Yamamoto space station in Earth's orbit will more than suffice.
Yep. That's straight up 0G training with agility.
The Navy maintains a survival training school on the surface of Io, the third moon of Jupiter. Pros, there's no better way to improve stamina and survival skills. Cons, the 21.2% mortality rate.
So, defense stat, more or less?
The Navy's Marie Curie research facility on Aquinas 4 is currently conducting research on a new strain of spaceborne virus that killed 220,000 citizens of New Atlanta. To lift the quarantine, we must determine how the virus pierced the city's micronanite shielding.
I'm curious about research, because it probably gives you access to special things. Like getting hacking and research sounds like things I'd want to do, but of course I want to start off with some standard weapon, so I went with that. But I'm curious about this stat. Off we go! It's certainly an interesting way of handling character specialization. Make it feel like you also have a backstory to go with all the stat points you have as your starting character. February 9th, 2114, your tour of duty with the Marie Curie research facility has concluded. Congratulations on surviving the disaster, sailor. When the saboteurs removed the safety seals and released the virus into the atmospheric control regulators, you were one of the few to reach safety in time. However, you were able to pick up a few odds and ends of research techniques before the crap hit the fan. 1 research.
Shuttle A-138, you have clearance for landing on the Von Braun in Shuttle Bay 2. Welcome aboard, soldier.
Reinitializing memory strings. Restoring patient memory. Restoring memory. Restoring memory.
Steady yourself, soldier. This is Dr. Janice Polito of the Computer Ops Staff of the Von Braun. You're safe for the time being.
You're recovering from the effects of surgery and will be unable to remember any of the events of the last few weeks. You're on board the starship Von Braun and something's gone very, very wrong. Some kind of force has hijacked this ship. That's why you volunteered to be implanted with some experimental cybernetic implants. Rely on your cyber interface. It just might save your life. You must find an elevator and come up to Deck 4 to meet me. Deck 4. Can you remember that? But keep your eyes open. They're after us both now.
We're waking up with amnesia. That's what's happening. We're waking up with amnesia on a strange ship where a catastrophe has happened, but we have certain skills because of our past with the military. Okay, well, that's our setup. Now it's time for shit to hit the fan. Oh god, this is a long no, there's so many lives over there. How are you gonna taunt me like that? They're doing one of those slow builds where they hint at upcoming enemies. Shit. That genuinely made me jump, like, really obviously. Oh, this thing uses circuits, it doesn't use... Okay, shit. Cancel. My bad. Quote-unquote easy mode. Fuck me. That's satisfying. Alright, let's... I am completely overwhelmed. I don't even know if I've been talking half this time, because I'm so focused on all the crazy shit happening right now. In base 4, I'm fine. Oh, here we go. Ah. The cube is mine. Suck it, Gladys.